How do you define intelligence? Contrary to what many think, intelligence is not measured by grades or diplomas, but rather by the wisdom accumulated throughout life, by well-thought-out decisions, and by emotional control in situations of pressure. It is this practical intelligence that differentiates the truly successful. Today, we will discuss the 12 things that successful people never do. 1. Gossip and spread rumors. On the path to success, some choices can define not only what you achieve, but also how you are perceived by those around you. One of these crucial choices is to avoid gossiping and spreading rumors. Successful people understand that trust is paramount for building lasting and respectful relationships, both personally and professionally. By refraining from participating in gossip, you demonstrate not only maturity but strong loyalty and the ability to keep confidential information secret. This behavior is valued in the business world, where discretion can be key to maintaining an important negotiation. Successful people are those who respect the privacy of others and choose paths that strengthen relationships instead of potentially destroying them with unnecessary or harmful comments. Furthermore, gossiping can be seen as a waste of energy and time, resources that could be better invested in productive activities that truly contribute to personal and professional growth. Respecting others is a way to cultivate a positive environment around you, which in turn facilitates the exchange of ideas and effective collaboration. When a person chooses not to participate in gossip, they are not only protecting their reputation but also contributing to a healthier and more productive environment. Remember, in the business world, as in life, words carry weight, and the way you choose to use them can define your path. Opting to maintain an honest and constructive discourse is a sign of leadership and vision, invaluable qualities for those who seek not only success but excellence in all their endeavors. 2. Speak without thinking. Successful people deeply understand the impact of their words and choose them carefully, avoiding speaking without thinking. Wisdom does not lie in expressing every thought that comes to mind, but in carefully considering what to say and how to say it. Rash speech can have lasting consequences, especially in professional environments where integrity and precision of communication are essential. Thoughtless words can create not only a bad impression but also irreversible damage to partnerships, projects, and even personal life. Therefore, it is necessary to practice the art of thinking before speaking, measuring the implications of your words before making them public. This care in communication goes beyond avoiding mistakes. It reflects respect for colleagues, partners, and one's own reputation. By choosing words that are thoughtful and respectful, leaders and entrepreneurs set a tone of trust and professionalism. They create an environment where ideas can be exchanged safely and constructively, without the risk of being misunderstood or undervalued. To achieve and maintain success, it is essential to cultivate the practice of thinking before speaking. Words have the power to open doors or close them forever. Choose them wisely. 3. Provoke other. Everyone knows someone who always drops a malicious comment or says something to provoke a coworker, a friend, or even a relative. Trying to irritate or challenge others intentionally with words that do not add value only creates discomfort and weakens professional and personal relationships. These provocations, often seen as mere harmless comments or jokes, can have a very negative impact. They can trigger resentments, reduce team morale, and even compromise the collaboration essential for the success of a project or an entire company. Successful people prioritize constructive and respectful dialogue because they know that effective communication is crucial for success. Therefore, it is crucial to avoid the temptation to provoke others and, instead, invest in promoting an environment where mutual respect and collaboration are the norm. In the long term, the ability to maintain harmonious and constructive relationships will be a key component for both personal and professional sustainability and growth. 4. Fabricate or spread lies. Successful people know that fabricating or spreading lies is a dangerous path that can compromise not only their credibility but also the health of the entire organization. Lies, by nature, tend to multiply and rarely remain isolated. A small untruth can easily transform into a vicious cycle of misinformation, requiring more and more deception to sustain the initial falsehood. When someone chooses to lie or spread a lie, they risk the trust that their colleagues, clients, and partners place in them. This behavior not only deteriorates interpersonal relationships, but can also have devastating repercussions, tarnishing a person's reputation forever. Furthermore, lies create a toxic work environment where distrust prevails. Teams operating under the shadow of dishonesty are less likely to collaborate effectively, innovate, or feel committed to the company's goals. This is because the foundation of any professional and personal relationship is transparency and mutual respect. Successful people prioritize open and honest communication, even when facing challenging situations. Avoiding the spread of falsehoods is more than a matter of ethics. It is an essential strategy for anyone who aspires to true success. Staying true to the facts and fostering a culture of honesty and integrity is what differentiates truly successful and respected leaders. 5. Mock others. This behavior is not only harmful to those being mocked, but also deteriorates the overall atmosphere of the environment, alienating friends and creating a sense of disrespect and fear. Mocking someone may seem harmless or even a form of casual social interaction to some, but the implications extend far beyond the moment. By ridiculing a colleague, the message conveyed is not only of disrespect to the person directly affected, but also signals to everyone that such behavior is acceptable in the context in which it occurs. Moreover, when mockery becomes a pattern of behavior, people around, observing such attitudes, tend to distance themselves, as no one wants to be near someone who compromises the dignity of others. Successful people's success comes not only from technical competencies and strategic decisions, but also from how they treat others on a daily basis. Therefore, they never open their mouths to mock anyone, not just out of etiquette, but also as a strategy to cultivate positive environments where business can thrive. 6. Promise without thinking. Are you the type of person who says yes to everything you're asked? Be careful, this is terribly dangerous. When you commit to doing something, you automatically generate an expectation for the person who asked, and there's nothing worse than frustrating someone's expectations, whether personally or professionally. Making a promise implies a commitment not only to the task at hand, but also to the person depending on that promise. When someone relies on you and you fail to deliver what you promised, it not only results in disappointment but can also undermine the trust that has been built over time. Moreover, each failure to fulfill a promise can close doors to future opportunities, as people tend to avoid relying on someone who has already let them down. Successful people understand that it is essential to evaluate their own capabilities and limitations before taking on commitments. They consider not only the time and resources available, but also their existing priorities. This involves an analysis of their current workload and a realistic projection of their ability to deliver within the agreed timeframe. And if they realize they cannot fulfill a promise within the expected timeframe, they inform and warn as soon as possible, allowing adjustments to be made. This not only mitigates the damage, but also demonstrates integrity and responsibility. This leads us to an important lesson: learning to say no. This is a crucial skill that successful people develop. They know that it is better to politely refuse a new commitment than to accept it knowing there is a risk of non-compliance. This shows respect not only for their own time, but also for the time of others. 7. Express yourself while angry. Expressing oneself while angry can be extremely damaging, not just to interpersonal relationships, but also to one's professional image. Anger is a natural emotion, but when we allow it to control our actions and words, we can create conflict and misunderstandings with the potential to leave lasting scars. When a person expresses themselves in anger, their words tend to be less careful and more impulsive, which can lead to statements they might later regret. Even if the person is correct in their stance, the manner in which the message is delivered can distort others' perception of the point's validity and about the person themselves. Therefore, it is crucial to learn to calm down and organize thoughts before speaking or acting. Successful people often use emotional control techniques, such as deep breathing, conscious pauses, or even postponing the discussion to a time when they feel calmer and more centered. This ability to manage emotions is an extremely difficult skill to acquire, but for those who possess it, any type of relationship becomes much lighter and easier to manage. In communication, it's important to remember that it's not just about what you say, but also how you say it. Words spoken in anger may not truly reflect someone's intentions or thoughts, and once spoken, they cannot be taken back. Maintaining composure and speaking thoughtfully and respectfully not only helps preserve relationships, but can also prevent many unnecessary problems. Therefore, learning to express oneself effectively and respectfully, even in high-tension situations, is a vital skill, especially in business environments where emotions can easily flare up and where the consequences of angry expressions can be severe. 8. Judge others by their appearance. Judging someone by their appearance can create an impression of superficiality and lack of seriousness. Moreover, this behavior can intimidate friends, family, colleagues, clients, and partners, and potentially lose business opportunities or collaborations. When there is a need to discuss appearance for professional reasons, such as in preparation for a presentation or representation of the company, it is crucial to approach the subject delicately and respectfully. It is important to remember that feedback on appearance should only be given when there is openness and direct relevance to the situation at hand, and always in a way that preserves the dignity of the person involved. Offering constructive feedback on appearance should be done in a cordial and professional manner, always prioritizing the person's self-esteem and comfort. For example, suggesting alternatives or improvements in attire for an important presentation can be beneficial, but it should be done in a way that encourages and supports, not criticizes or diminishes. It is essential to cultivate an environment where people feel valued for their contributions and skills, not for how they look. This not only improves morale and motivation, but also promotes a culture of inclusion and respect, which are fundamental for success in any field. So, avoid judging others by their appearance and focus on what each person has to offer. Regardless of who is on the other side of the table, they will always have something to add to your life. 9. Overexpose oneself on social media. While it's tempting to share every achievement or detail every step of your personal and professional journeys on social media, it's necessary to have a filter about what, when, and how to share. Overexposing oneself on social media can not only compromise privacy but also affect the perception of the person. Successful people understand that not all achievements need to be proclaimed publicly. Some accomplishments may be more meaningful when shared discreetly or celebrated in closer circles. This behavior protects privacy and also maintains a certain level of mystery and professionalism that can be beneficial in competitive business environments. Revealing too much about future plans or goals on social media can inadvertently provide information to competitors or attract envious glances on what one intends to accomplish. Successful people are meticulous about the information they disclose, ensuring that any sharing is thoughtful and not just a reflection of momentary enthusiasm. Successful people are also aware that social media is a reflection of their personal brand. They choose content that reinforces their image as thought leaders, innovators, or trusted experts in their fields. By doing so, they maximize the impact of their online presence, using it as tools to strengthen professional connections and expand their networks of influence in a positive way. The secret to good use of social media is moderation. Leveraging social media as platforms for growth and networking without exposing oneself to unnecessary risks. 10. Boast about your skills. Humility is a sign of intelligence. Successful people know that boasting about their skills can not only alienate colleagues and potential partners, but also close doors to future opportunities. True mastery is shown not by self-promotion, but by a willingness to share knowledge and by the ability to continue learning from others. Instead of boasting, it is preferable to adopt a posture of modesty. Acknowledge that, no matter how skilled you are, there is always room for growth and improvement. When someone demonstrates humility, they inspire those around them to share what they know without fear of being diminished. More importantly, successful people see their skills as an opportunity to teach and elevate those around them. They understand that sharing knowledge does not diminish their own value. On the contrary, it increases others' admiration and respect for them. By teaching what they know, they not only help others grow but also reinforce their own understanding and skills, as the teaching process involves critical reflection on what they know and how they apply that knowledge in practice. 11. Blame others. Don't be the person who is never at fault and always has an excuse for everything. You've probably met someone who always has a justification, often unfounded, for everything that happens, and of course, it's never their fault. They don't have a better life because the government doesn't help, they can't lose weight because of bad genetics, They don't earn well because the world is capitalist. Successful people, instead of looking for excuses and pointing fingers, focus on finding solutions and learning from situations, no matter how challenging they may be. When something goes wrong, it's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others and shirking responsibility. However, this attitude doesn't solve the problem. It is necessary to take responsibility not only for your successes but also for your failures. Doing so helps maintain respect and trust and enables you to increasingly overcome the adversities that will surely come your way. By avoiding blaming others, they keep their focus on solving problems by taking responsibility for their own actions, learning from mistakes, and moving forward with renewed determination. And lastly, 12. Complain about everything. The tendency to express dissatisfaction about everything, from work to the environment one lives in, creates a contagious and demotivating negative atmosphere. Instead of getting caught up in a spiral of negativity, successful people focus on looking for constructive solutions to the challenges they face. Instead of complaining, successful people adopt a proactive approach. They identify what is within their power to change and make plans to implement those changes. For example, if they are not satisfied with their work environment, they may look for ways to improve the situation, such as suggesting new policies that benefit the team. Or in more extreme cases, considering career changes that better align with their values and aspirations. Furthermore, they understand that constant complaints can damage their reputation. Being seen as someone who always finds problems but never solutions will not bring good consequences. Nobody wants to be the complainer of the group, right? A golden tip is, whenever you're going to complain about something, be ready to also provide a solution. Just complaining will only increase the problem, and worse, you'll be part of it. And so, wizards, which of these habits will you stop doing from today? Or even better, are you not practicing any? Leave your perceptions, doubts, and suggestions about the topic here in the comments. See you in the next video, wizards.